Welcome to Owen Allen Media. Vybz Kartel will not be performing at the One Caribbean Music Festival, which is being held in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. What should have been a major musical moment for the island, for Trinidad, has unfortunately turned into a missed opportunity, and that's their fault. Not because of the artist, but because of issues behind the scenes, right? I am happy the disrespect of Vybz Kartel is finally over. Now, Kartel absence has sparked conversation across the Caribbean music scene, especially as fans awaited his anticipated performance, right? His management team has since issued an official statement explaining the decision and the reasons behind, this unfortunate situation. So basically, Vybz Kartel announced that he will not be performing or making an appearance at the One Caribbean Music Festival in Trinidad due to the non-fulfillment of contractual obligations by the event promoter. The festival, which is scheduled to be held at the Queen's Park, Savannah in Port of Spain today, despite numerous efforts to resolve the issues over the past couple of months, the promoter was unable to fulfill the stipulated requirements as outlined in the performance agreement. Now, Vybz Kartel has always been committed to delivering an captivating and unforgettable performance for his fans. However, we cannot in good conscience allow him to participate in an event where the organizers have not honored their basic contractual obligations. We value professionalism and in respect in all business dealings, and we expect the same in return. And we would like to thank the government of Trinidad and Tobago, for granting Vybz Kartel permission to enter the country for One Caribbean Music Festival. We are hopeful that he will be able to perform for local fans in the future, and would like to thank Vybz Kartel supporters for their continued love and understanding, and we look forward to bringing you more great music and performances. Now, this is what I think about everything. Vybz Kartel did the right thing. Thank you. And let me tell you why. Because Vybz Kartel made the right decision by canceling this performance. What's behind everything is that Vybz Kartel, this is bigger than the show. This is about respect, brand integrity, and how we treat our own icons in the Caribbean. First of all, let's address the fact that the promoter failed to meet contractual obligations. That alone is a deal breaker. Whether Kartel or any other artist, a promoter has the responsibility to honor the terms they agreed to. If you're organizing an international event and inviting world-class talent like Vybz Kartel, you must conduct business at a world-class level. That is just it, but it goes deeper than that. There were additional restrictions placed on Vybz Kartel that were not applied to any other artists in the lineup, Chronicler, Malidan, and who performed the same style of dancehall music and the same lyrics, yet no extra conditions were placed on them. That's unfair, and that's targeted. That's not target Vybz Kartel. And let's also look at specific examples. The ban on glass bottles at the venue. On the surface, this might seem like a security measure, but anyone who understands Caribbean events knows that really affects Vybz Kartel brand. Vybz Kartel, straight vibes drum and everything like that. They're targeting Vybz Kartel personally. That's a direct blow to Vybz Kartel visibility and his revenue. And to me, that is just a personal move. Now, ask yourself if Vybz Kartel would still show up. Would you perform under those circumstances if you were Vybz Kartel? Knowing the presence, knowing that you were not respected the way you were supposed to, your brand was censored, and other artists not being held at the same standards. A joke thing them depend. Personally, I wouldn't walk into anybody's house if I wasn't respected or wanted. That's a joke thing. It's insulting to imply that Trinidad was doing Kartel a favor by inviting him. Let's be clear, Vybz Kartel performing in Trinidad would have pumped millions of dollars into the local economy. His fan base is massive, from airline tickets, hotel bookings, local transport, food vendors, merch sales, everything, the economy would just have a ripple effect. So no, it wasn't a favor for Trinidad for allow Vybz Kartel to come in at the country. It was a beneficial thing. Vybz Kartel making millions, Trinidad also making millions, and they mishandle this with poor judgment, with just self-attack from the politicians. And I mean, this situation sends a bigger picture to the rest of the Caribbean industry. Our artists deserve better respect. They deserve fairness. They deserve professionalism. Me cannot even speak to them upset. You know what I mean? They need to treat with dignity, regardless of whoever go perform. And I also want to take a moment to give credit where credit is due. The government of Trinidad and Tobago did their part. They approved his entry and you know, permit and everything, you know, by welcoming, you know, Vybz Kartel to perform. The problem wasn't the country, it was the promoter, and I commend the government for doing the right thing, and I hope this doesn't affect, you know, I mean, future opportunities between Kartel and Trinidad, right? But to the fans who feel disappointed, I understand your pain, and you were ready to sing every lyric. We have Jamaican flag, we have Trinidad flag, you know, I mean, and experience history since Vybz Kartel come out, and you know, I mean, and Kartel stood on those principles, say he wanted to perform for his fans, and in the end it just never happened. You know, I mean, this is not a loss for Kartel. If anything, this is a win for artistic integrity and brand, so other artists can look upon this and learn something. You know what I mean? Kartel showed that he's not willing to be disrespected under no circumstances or compromise his reputation, and you know, for nothing at all. So trust me, when the time come, Vybz Kartel gonna set things right, and Vybz Kartel will return to Trinidad on his terms, the right way. And until then, the music continues, the message continues. You know, God is the greatest, and the movement is alive. You know what I mean? So right now, as I said, I give credit where credit is due to the government for allowing Vybz Kartel entry into the country with a whole permit and everything, because Vybz Kartel not performing in what you call it, in Costa Rica the other day was a permit issue, but Vybz Kartel did receive the permit, so the government get the government or whoever who is responsible for that get credit for that. But the little sly attacks here and there from whoever it is, from whoever the forces are, me see you know, as some styling thing on the depend. But leave your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think about all of this, because personally, I, you know, love Trinidad and everything, you know what I mean, but the disrespect that Vybz Kartel was and the disrespect that the dog did not endure is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Vybz Kartel perform everywhere else with no issues, and you tell me say Trinidad ready to treat him like this, as another character, as you get me, I say? You only leave in the thoughts in the comment section, and let me know if you're not upset just like how me upset. But you know what I mean, Owen Allen Media, we keep you informed. That is it. I'm